to work on today? Whoops, 1 second, old ears, could not hear you going away.
I said we have to touch base on the pirouettes today.
Yes, we're going to do pirouettes, that's right. And wasn't there something else?
No, I think we were going to work more on the Piaffe Passage.
Okay,
Right.
yes. We could, it's the P words.
The P.
Pirouettes, Piaffe, Passage. Yep, the 3 Ps of the Grand Prix. Yep. Oh, and it was a zigzag that we did yesterday that you had dished questions later. That was it. Now, see, that was started, and this is not negative, I'm just commenting. That was a little too passagey to start. Does that make sense? Yep, so get his head down. That's a better trot. Because it keeps talking these things. The FEI with the trickle-down effect, meaning to the S judges as well, when a trot is passagey, it's really going to get penalized more now. So thinking that's cadenced isn't exactly the same, okay? And if you give a passagey trot, they're going to lower your score of the movement. Does that make sense? Then there's less difference when you go to show them the passage. Now, I told you I'm so tunnel vision, I only see the rider I'm working with, so I don't even know if you've even trotted yet or done anything. Have you warmed up? Did she say yes? Yeah. Good, thank you guys. It's my old ears. Good, that's a good trot. So for those of you that weren't here yesterday, this is Sherry Nelson and her horse, Mozart, that is been competing Intermediate 1 in the past and working toward finals this year of I1 and Inter 2, wanting to also do a Grand Prix class this fall. I had mentioned there's a medium tour in the FEI now. It's relatively new. I think it's the 3rd year. Intermediate A and Intermediate B, which are stepwise process to getting to I2. So there's much less of a requirement of the Piaffe. It's actually called half steps and encouraging 3 meters forward in Inter A. And I've actually seen Sherry and this horse, my God, what was he, 3rd level when I first met you, or 1st level? I can't remember.
He was 5.
He was 5, oh my God.
5-year-olds, remember?
Oh God, that's so right. It's hard. Time does fly when you get old. Not you, me. Good, good.
And he came out, remember, he was like 16 hands.
And he was nowhere near that muscled or that, he's like a macho man now.
And you said, why do you want to do the 5-year-old with him?
Oh God, I almost can hear myself say that. Sorry.
And then I picked up trot and you went.
Oh, now I see why. Well, it's...
Where's the problem? And then I picked up piano and you go,
oh. Well, she's got a good memory. And he's what, 11?
13.
13, so that was 8 years ago. Scary, she can almost remember it. I can hear myself say that. That's scary. Yeah, oh, I know it was Kathy's. I remember that in Detroit.
Like crazy, remember?
Yeah. Well, the reason I said that about the 5-year-old, not even talking to you, but just so many people in our country, the minute we started offering these young horse classes, we had our 4-year-old, which wasn't FEI then, it is now. There is an FEI 4-year-old. It was 5- and 6-year-olds. They thought that every horse, being the age of 5, should do it. No, it is really there for, I hate to say it, 2 reasons. The quality horses that are capable, maturely capable to do it with the right trainer, keywords on both of those things, then it's a nice progression up the line to get a Grand Prix horse by the age of 8 or 9 or 10, okay? Which is young. So many people thought it's second level 5-year-olds. It's simple changes, medium gaits. It's not something most 5-year-olds, especially the beginning of their 5-year-old year, are ready to do. So she's right. Now when she said that, I can actually remember the whole thing. Whoops. super trot is often not so good at some point in their life with their canter. Do you know what I mean? So it's hard to get all of it together. This horse you've done a great job, Sherry, bringing him along. Good. Now, two things. You're good in the canter. That's good. That's super. Don't goose him out. Think of going between collected canter and super collected, and take 3 strides in, and then 3 strides of collection or super, and then 3 strides out to collected. That was more like 7 super collected strides. It's okay. That's better. Good. Down the neck. So yes, yeah. So what you want up are the withers, not the neck. So that a little, that's it. There you go. Now he got taller in the withers. I like my friend Jane's expression, they grow taller. Yeah, super. Keep the canter down the neck, sit with him. Open the inside thigh when now he can jump into it. Inside out, oh God, sorry, the Germans. In, out, right, left, yeah. So what you're doing is you're not moving him right, left. You're encouraging the right side of his body to jump up under, which is his inside hind, okay? And then you're bringing the outside of it around, and jump around, right, left, right, left, right, left, right, left, right, left. Good, keep the left leg. He lost haunches 1 stride. Good girl. That's a good working period. Nope, get up and down. When you feel the head and neck come up in front of you, he's using that to get the front legs out of the way. So we were talking, and we did a demo last night. There were only like 5 people left. I did a demo in there of what a working canter pirouette is. And it's actually really hard down the neck. It's really hard to do because you're actually controlling every single stride. Canter stride forward, once forward, sideways, then go forward again. So it's an ever increasing, yeah, nice change. Good. Nice changes. Now here again, I'm just going to use it as an example of good things she just did. This is what we're looking for. The quality of the canter before is exactly what it was in the change, is exactly what it was the stride after the change. That's what's so important, let alone the straightness. Good, now she's going directly to left. Open the left side of your body. Don't sit back and pull. Sit back and open. That's it. Left, right, more right leg, left leg, right leg, left leg, right leg, outside 8s, außen. Bring the shoulder around. You brought the neck in a little too much, so the outside shoulder wasn't coming around as much. So less neck bend. Bend is a modifier on a pirouette. It's the quality of the canter, the uphill balance, and the quality of the jump, soft right arm, allow the shoulder, open left, right legs, left, left, nope, he's using his neck. That's it, go out a stride, then turning, out and turning, out and turning, out, turn. Good job. On down the neck, good job. Now go out, that's brilliant. Good girl. Really good. It's so important to get out of it. I don't care if you've done 1 in 10 rotations, 1 in a 10th of the way around, or 1/4 of the way around. When it's right, and what you wanted to get him to do, you get out of it, and you don't walk. Because they'll quit. That's one thing they can do, is they can misunderstand and quit. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Whoops. That's all right. So the whole thing wasn't so good. Well, it wasn't even autopilot. I wasn't even sure what you were starting. Then the first change, you went a meter to the left in the change. His body was straight, but his whole body moved over a meter, okay? So it has to be absolutely straight and uphill. Outside 8s, you're letting the left shoulder pop. Good job. Down the neck now, the bottom of the neck's working a little. So I'm again nitpicking on her because things are so good. Woohoo! Things are so, when I say good enough quality that we can pick on the small things. I'd like the snaffle reins to be shorter and the curb be a little looser. You're sitting a little bit to the outside, your outside leg brace. Down the neck. Down and forward. Down and forward. There you go. 1. There, good. So we were talking again yesterday when people had questions. Basics are what it's always about. I don't care if you're doing Grand Prix or first level. It's basics. It's the connection. It's riding from the leg to the hand. That a girl. Straightness. And I bet change. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So you saw him drift away from your aids, right? When the white fence wasn't there, he was going to go out the door. Oh, there's a letter, I better move over. So you've got to think of both a receiving inside and a receiving outside leg. Does that make sense? It's not moving off one of them, it's moving toward both of them, because he needs a little more guidance to keep, he's straight, not crooked in his body, but he's crooked in his movement. It falls off the chart, so to speak. One, two, three, 4, 5, 6, drifting right leg on. Yep, yes, good. Yeah, whoops, okay, gonna use, so then you got too strong on your right. So that's what I meant by a receiving leg. You're flying, let's say you're now flying toward the right leg. Make the right leg support him when he lands. Yes, and the left leg support him, and the right leg support him. Whoops, I'm talking too much. There you go. Good girl. Up, you can't drift that side. Don't drift. Yes. But it's a little bit maybe too strong a leg aid you're giving. He might not need such an aid. Does that make sense? I think I said yesterday, I don't know if you were the one, I was talking that when I learned my tempes, I was too uncoordinated. Maybe that was Virginia. I forget where I did it. It was just last week. I wasn't smart enough to do leg, seat, hand that you're supposed to be able to do. I mean, my thoroughbred was crazy. There was no way I was going to be able to have enough time. So I just went left lead, right lead, left lead, right lead. I never moved my hands or my legs. I moved my sitting bones, and then he got them. And then I taught all my horses that way. But it took me a long time to, I have enough time, boom, boom. But anyway, you're a little too strong in your aids, I think. So he goes, whoa, whoa. You see what I mean? He's moving off the changing aid. They're all clean, and they're all through, but there's way too much of this body sway. So think maybe a little less, and maybe just guiding between your aids, okay? Because that's what happens. Once they learn something, and we still think they need that aid, they go, I don't need such an aid, I know what to do. And that's when I tell people, and they don't know what I mean when I say, think the aid. And they go, what do you want me to do? Do it or just think it? I said, think it, he'll do it. Well, most of the time they do it.
Well, but I told you, I'm overriding.
Right, and this is what I'm saying, the drifting, I'd forgotten who it was earlier, another horse today was starting to scoot out in between the bars, and I'm laughing. I go, who was that yesterday? She goes, oh, it was Sherry and Mozart, yeah. So now I'm going to ask a question, I'm not doubting it, why are you doing what you're doing?
Well, we have this debate of how to pick up reins.
I'm sorry, what?
I said, everybody tells me a different way to pick up the reins on him, because as soon as you touch a rein, he wiggles. As soon as you lightly try to do anything, he wiggles, or he paces.
Well, I was just going to say, I was going to ask you if you were doing it to avoid the pacing. That's what, as I say, there can be reasons riders do some of the, what I call weird things that are valid reasons. And I could see the pacing starting.
Yes.
Right. But is there a way to do less huge, here? Do you know what I mean? Can you do this to that? And that's what makes the movement. But is it because you're picking up the reins? Then you need to do at least 100 to 200 times a ride. Go from a free walk to a medium to a free.
And the other thing is George had me pick him up really quickly to try to avoid it. I'm not sure that's the answer either.
No, it depends how he responded to that. I see George's point. Too much of that is also going to cause all sorts of issues.
And it's, you know, some days you can pick him up fast and he's okay, and then other days he's not. So it's...
Can we take 2 minutes? Because I will go late because you started late too. Can you just go on a long rein for a second? Just a second.
Yeah.
And let's just see what we're going to do. I don't know how many of you could see or not see or know about clear rhythm. A lot of horses, we had 2 yesterday that had an absolute lateral walk when they were purely tense. Otherwise, they had a fine walk, okay? See it a lot as a judge. Clear walk. So now, I want you just to let the curb alone. We don't need it, okay? And that's it. Now pet him, and look what I want you to do. I want you to, I'm going to, see my fingers? Okay? I want you like this to eat up the reins like you're doing this. It'll take you 5 minutes. There. Clean. Okay? Now, that's not really collected, but you could get away with that for 2 steps. Now collect it by sitting up, no hands, just sit up, legs on. Nope, you got lateral. So sit up lighter. Look at me. I'm going to exaggerate. You went like this. See, you sat back, down. I want you to sit up, as if you're literally, there you go. And now outside finger close. There you go. You got clean. Did you feel it? No, no, careful. Then he starts to wiggle. Now look, but you got to ride. You can't just, oh, I'm going to freeze up there. That's it. Soft, not the hands so much. Up tall. There you go. There. Now go back to the buckle and pet him. Now pick up the reins again. I literally mean this. You need to do that 100 times a day for the next month, or to whenever you decide to, well, whatever. Because most horses, and I say this not because I'm a judge, but because I've seen it so much in lessons, horses get so tense when they long rein. If you get to a point, go back to long, praise him, because he didn't get lateral that time. He wasn't collected enough, but if you do it, they're never going to know when they go back to work. There you go. The tension, when they only pace when they're tense, is usually, uh-oh, I have to go back to work now, I'm not going to get a break for a while, because most riders don't give them a break because it's so hard to get them back on the bit. So it's a vicious cycle. There, it's clean walk. Good girl. Sit light, right finger, left finger, get them on the bit. Left finger, right finger, sit light. So light means tall, almost standing up in the stirrups. Your legs are out in front of you. You won't be able to stand. There you go. There you go. Legs on, soft. That's it. Good. Good. There you go. And yep, and then go to free walk again. Literally, not long at anything, till he goes, oh, I don't know what we're doing. I'm just not going to worry about it. But and then, you know me, I talk to them. The other is, when you're walking, I literally, when my fingers are scratching their neck, my arms are monkey long arms, so I can do it. But I'm scratching his neck as my arms are moving, and that usually reassures him, and then I can eat up the reins. There, it's clean. Good, Sherry. Inside leg and finger now. You open slightly the right rein, slightly, because he's very sensitive. Breathe. There you go. That's, okay. Now it's a little bit pacey on the left. So loosen up your left tush, lift up your left arm. Little things you can do. I'm not being funny. Boyd was laughing. If you can just literally get out of the saddle first, there, clean, good. But I'm just saying, but don't put your legs out in front of you, because when their legs are out in front of you, you're really not sitting in the saddle properly. That's a girl. Up tall, careful. So it's left finger, right finger. What we're trying to do right now, we're trying to keep him straight, but we're trying to make the front leg stay in the ground an ooch longer. Otherwise, he goes like this. So we're going to say, he goes like, the finger, oh, it's on the ground longer. You see what I mean? That's it. There you go. Good boy. But it shouldn't be too slow. You have to move your body a little. There you go. There you go. Feel him when you did that? Good. Long rein, pet him. So in other words, honestly, I'm not going to take up more time doing that now. Does that make sense? But you do need to add that to your riding every single day. And they will. It almost always works, okay? And she's going to go, oh, I never know what she's going to do. I'm not going to worry about it anymore. Because he does try. That's what's so good. He's so sensitive. Yeah, he is. But believe me, that's a treasure when you have a slug. Okay, so take your time to get it. Then what do you want to do now? You did the pirouettes actually quite nicely, all right? Nope, careful, losing the walk. What are you going to do? Losing it because the head came up. But look, you don't get frozen. Look at me, you went, oh, I don't want to touch anything. No, hello, blah, blah, blah. What was it, the Scarecrow in The Wizard of Oz? Wasn't he the one that was always goofy? That's me, okay? No, I don't want to see that, okay? Wiggle and just do something. Don't leg yield. There you go. Did you feel it when you got the head down, that he got better right away? That's the back up, because it's almost always the back that's causing the lateralness in the walk. Good. So we're going to do piaffe passage, or we're going to do trot half pass? What are we going to do? Trying to hear. Well, we'll see. And I actually want to use that trot as a really good example. That is a collected trot. I've had more people say, what? It's so big. But it's a beautiful collected trot. You could do a half pass in that trot. You could do a shoulder in and a heartbeat in that trot, okay? Because it's tracking up. Look at the hind legs. They're tracking into the front legs, okay? He's just got big. That's why she's right. When he was a 5-year-old, I saw the trot and I went, oh yeah. Good, soft, good, steady, good boy. Boom, boom, boom. I still don't love that the curb rein is as tight as it is. Usually what it is, it's the snaffle rein sliding. Good fix. That's it. Down the neck, down the neck. It's a good passage, but down the neck. Down, yeah. Do you feel more cadence? Can you guys see that there's more connection? Down, boom, boom. That's all right, good transition. All right, and he didn't pace. Good. So passage can be, there are 2 passages that can get a 10. There's what I call the Lipizzaner passage, which is really high knee action and leg action and not as forward. Yep. Left hind, now. Use your outside leg or both legs. Both legs. Yep, good job. So there's, yeah, good, good, good. Now, we have a little tiny bit of the same problem of going crooked to avoid the difficulty, okay? So he swayed a little. So good, down the neck though. I want him more round than you think. Remember again what I said about Stefan. He's already an uphill horse. We want to ride him so his back stays there. And then I didn't finish that about the Lipizzaner one, and then there's the big warm blood honker, big mover horse, okay? They're still engaged. You can clearly see this is not the same, as it shouldn't be, as his collected trot. Down the neck though. See, the head's too high there, but the left hind doesn't work as much as the inside. Yeah, so you might have to accentuate, oh, that's the drunk driver. He's so responsive to the both legs, both. Timing is now, 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 now. Good, 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 good. Now, the good part, she's trying to get piaffe. Okay, so this is what we're doing for you. He knows passage, or he wants to do passage, but we're trying to get the piaffe to be more on the spot without ruining his nice forward energy. So many people try so hard to get the piaffe on the spot, they ruin everything. So take all the time in the world, because that was even better than yesterday.
It was.
Yes. Yeah, so that's what I mean. Just those small things. I still want you have a tendency, I like that you sit so quiet and you sit back, but you have a tendency to have your hands in your lap with relatively long reins. I'd like to see you riding a little more out to your rein. Yeah, that's it. When you do that, it's not soft. Connection first in the passage, because you can win in passage. Down the neck, left, right, fingertips, both legs together. You're going to use legs every stride, left, right, fingers. Down the neck, no, down the neck. He's got to be round. Down the neck, bowing. I want him to say, yes, Mom, that's the sit. That's right. Now, he avoided it, going, woohoo. He's a little sachet behind, but that's his evasion, okay? And good that you trot out. I mean, all the things, Jesse, you're doing are all the right. Now, don't get you slumpy up tall. I'm going to start picking on your position. Soft hands, inch up, Pac-Man up the snaffle rein now. On the out, in, right, left, right, left, right, left. Down the neck. Sit lighter, posting the trot in the halt. Yeah. Now, did you feel when you started to post that he got, yes, do you feel more on the spot? Good job. Trot out and walk and pet him. That was, do you have a cookie, sugar, or anything? Or do you not use it?
I don't have it.
Anyway, again, I say, oh, sorry. That's good, as long as, but that was really good. That I got goosebumps. That was 4 times what it was yesterday.
Yeah.
Okay?
Yeah.
And so when I told you to post, I remember Dr. Klemka telling me that, and I thought, oh my God, I'm going to look like those riders that are bouncing and their horse isn't doing anything. This is back in the 80s, early 90s. And I thought, oh my God, but it sucks them, and he goes, oh, the energy goes up, not forward. So when you were here doing this, that's why he was always going a little bit like that. When you posted it, he went, oh, I literally got goosebumps from that one. That one was good, okay? Fun, really fun. So, and when they do that, they need a quick break to be told how smart they are. And again, I'm going back, Schultenbaumer, Suplinks worked with Schultenbaumer back with Flim Flam in the 90s, and he didn't pay as much attention to her as he should. He's German, and she was American. But then she learned such German, he did. But Isabel Werth, who was only a kid back then, really helped her. And she worked with Schultenbaumer, and they call it the sugar dance. Schultenbaumer that teaches Piaffe. And if you think of all the horses Isabel's trained to Grand Prix, I've lost count. I don't know if it's 20, 25, or 30. All of them have wonderful Piaffes. Never do they quit. Never do they, well, one did, what's his name, did in Hong Kong. But they're all happy doing it. Do you know what I mean? And it's because all they ask, 1, 2, bravo, sugar. There's somebody at their head giving them sugar. 1, 2, good, 2 steps, and they quit. They take a year to teach it, not a day, not a month. Every day, not every day, every week, maybe 3 steps instead of 2. Do you know what I mean? But always, always the praise and stopping, and it makes all the difference. And this horse, I think, can learn the same way. Careful, he's lateral on the right. So make sure you can lift that sort of your side of your butt. Good. So he's cunning. He loves to swish those haunches around. So this is where you're going to have to tone down. My friend Eric Corgan, I rode with him. He used to yell at me all the time for everything. I always get yelled at. But anyway, he would tell me to give, and I would throw it away. So he said, allow. So you're going to have to tone down like I do. We're trying too hard, you and I, and we overdo everything. Do 1/10 of the leg movement you think you need to fix them. Does that make sense? Yeah. Just think it. I keep telling, that's my way of thinking now. I say, think it. So I want you to think, good trot, good trot. So everybody can clearly see what a balanced trot this is, okay? And the neck is soft, the mouth is closed, and good, good. And that's straight, sort of. Ever so slightly, haunches slightly in. So think about bringing the right shoulder ever so slightly up, and that's it. Little more. There you go. Good. I like that you thought that in tiny increments and it worked. Good job. Good. No bigger, no bigger. So to go from that collected trot to a passage, she could, but to go from that collected trot to a piaffe would be hard. Careful, too much neck. Left leg, right, left, right. Open the left hand, don't use it. There you go. No, careful. I don't want the head swinging. That means you're taking with one and giving with the other. Keep the contact in its fingers. It's fingers that work. So the snaffle rein firm on both hands, left leg back. You up, see, that's why those haunches go out. So he just did if you were a skier, you'd be swooshing your tush. What's it called? I've forgotten it. I used to ski. Whatever, the tails. Yeah, so you want right, left, legs, not the hands. Right, left, lift your left ribs to where you're going. So you kept a very steady cadence and a very uphill balance. Could have had more bend down the neck, 6 inches, yeah, more than that, 6 inches down. That's where he should be. That's not training low, that's competing proper. Good, open the left hand 1 inch, don't overdo it. Open left, now. Left, right. Left leg, left leg's gotta work. No, left, no, not so much, he's tilting. Left hand and right leg on. So it's left, right, left. Careful, don't overdo it. See, you get too tough and then he gets crazy. He started leading with haunches, which he is right now. Less. Uh-oh, there go those haunches flying around. That's your right leg that's way too strong. Down the neck, shorten the snaffle, down the neck. Go, good boy. Let him go straight if you can. Careful. So again, I'm teasing. I've never really ridden in many sports cars. I think I've been passenger twice. You sort of look like you're sitting in the back seat of a sports car with that hood way out in front of you. Do you know what I mean? That's good and bad. You have to look like you're part of it, not behind the motion. So I want you riding up to that hood of the car from the back seat, yeah? Let your left shoulder slowly turn to R. There you go. Right leg, slow him down with the right leg, 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 leg. Well done, Jesse. Jesse, oops, I did that again. Sorry, Sherry. I have a friend at home who has a horse named Jesse that looks just like your horse, and I keep thinking it's Jesse, and I always talk about the horses more than the riders. But anyway, that was really good. Did you feel it? Good. So the inside leg, I'll never forget Jessica telling me, this clunker Brio that I was riding, she wanted me to halt him in the canter half pass with my right leg. He was a massive Danish driving horse, trying to stop a canter half pass with this weak right leg. But the minute I did it and he went whooka around it, I went, oh, that really works. And so what I'm getting at is, that's why I was telling you to almost stop him with your inside leg. Because if you give too much of another aid, he's going to go all over the place. But when you use the right leg, he bent around it, waited, and then he had this nice freedom of his shoulders. So we'll do one to the left the same way. That was to the right, one to the